This is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. I wanted to share something different this time around. A full day of living with the Z Flip 3 and what it looks like. So I'll start by just going through my day, and let's start with the morning. Hey, good morning everyone, Vic here with PhoneArena, and today I'll be doing a full day of living with the brand new Galaxy Z Flip 3. And as you can probably tell, I've just woken up. I was on social media for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, just catching up with the latest. And now I've set the phone really conveniently. It's the Z Flip 3, so you don't need a tripod. I have just set it on my table and you can easily vlog and record yourself. And in this full day of living with this phone, I'll try to see how its battery performs because it only comes with a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which is minuscule by Android standards. So I'm really curious how it's holding up. The phone right now is at about 93% battery after about 15 minutes of social media. So the battery seems to be draining pretty quickly, but let's see how it goes throughout the day. So I usually start the day with 100 push-ups and then I go and get some breakfast. So let's try and see if I can record that. And let's keep on going. So a quick word back from the studio. The biggest advantage of the Z Flip 3 has got to be the size and the fact that it simply folds in half like this, and it's about half the size of a regular smartphone. Don't forget though that it's still pretty thick. It's about twice the size of a regular phone, but still much more compact. So when you put it in your pocket, it's much easier to carry around. And you know, when you have like a regular smartphone in your pocket, it's hard to kind of just tie your shoes. With this smartphone, this is an easy task. It's actually a bit larger and noticeably taller than the compact Galaxy S21. But again, most of the time you just carry it folded, so no worries, and still a big advantage. Another thing I was worried about is the screen, because yes, you get a 6.7-inch screen, it's a big screen and it's a beautiful screen. By the way, it looks just like on a traditional smartphone, excellent colors, deep blacks, an AMOLED screen, 1080p resolution, good outdoor viewability, even in bright sunlight, no worries looking at this phone and seeing everything. But you have this crease right here in the middle, and I'll show you what it looks like on a brighter background and on a darker background. And it is not that noticeable, especially when you compare it to the Z Fold 3, where the crease is right in the middle and it's vertical. It's very noticeable there, but here it's right in your way of scrolling, so you feel it with your thumb quite often. So I wouldn't say that I have forgotten it exists after just about a few days of use, but it hasn't been a problem per se. And I have tried explicitly to push on it a bit harder right here in the middle. Looks pretty durable, and I hope it handles well over the long term, but still it's a foldable phone, so it's definitely a valid concern. Another thing to know is that the phone comes with a pre-applied screen protector by Samsung. And if you've used the original Flip or Fold, you know that they used to have these rubbery screen protectors with a very weird and not a very good feel. This one feels just like the screen protector that you get on a regular phone. Feels smooth to the touch, very nice, so no worries on that part. However, Samsung does not recommend removing it. So the coolest thing about the Z Flip 3 is that you literally can place it anywhere, and right now it's right here in my car. So we're headed to an all-you-can-eat place. So it's 1 p.m. time for lunch and the battery level is at about 57%, so I'm feeling pretty confident it will last through the day. And I've been using the phone quite a bit, so it's surprisingly good so far. So time for lunch now, and I'll catch you guys later. So I'm back at the studio now, and I have also tried this phone for gaming, and obviously with such a small battery, gaming, especially intensive gaming, is not a great idea. But considering that this phone has a slightly taller screen at 22:9, I actually found the gaming experience quite good. I played Call of Duty Mobile, the phone was plenty fast, of course the processor allows for it, great running speeds, frame rate is good. But I do have one issue that I haven't heard many people talk about, and that is the Snapdragon 888 processor here overheats quite a bit even with the basic tasks. I noticed this yesterday, a couple of days ago, and even today while just replying to a message on a messenger service, just watching videos, the top of the phone where the motherboard is gets quite hot. The phone doesn't crash or anything, but it's very noticeable that it overheats quite a bit, and even when compared with the original Z Flip, just opening the camera, the original Z Flip stays cool to the touch, the Z Flip 3 instantly starts getting hot. So that's definitely an issue. I don't know if this affects performance in any way or if it's just a nuisance, but it's definitely something to know about. Okay, I just got a chance to take a look at the photos from the Z Flip 3 that I captured yesterday against the original Z Flip, and there are some interesting things to know about. First of all, the photos do look different, so Samsung has definitely changed some things in the software. And one thing you notice right away is that photos on the Z Flip 3 look a lot brighter and maybe even a bit overexposed. But if you look closer, just zoom in here, you'll see there's a lot more noise. Even on a bright sunny day, in great conditions, the Z Flip 3 just captures a very rough looking image with a lot of noise. That's not the case on the original. The Z Flip 3 definitely changes this. In my opinion, that's for the worse. And it's interesting if Samsung will address this with a future update, but right now, we can see that photos appear very noisy, and even if you look at the dynamic range, the brighter parts of the image tend to get burned quite often, while that didn't happen on the original Z Flip. Now overall, I wouldn't say that the photos look bad or anything. You still get the beautiful Samsung colors, very lush colors, ready to share on social media, but I would just say that photos don't look quite as good as, say, the Galaxy S21. It's 3:21 p.m, my battery level is at 41%, which is better than I expected. I've been using the phone for quite a bit. I have taken some videos, social media, chatting. So, we've just finished recording some B-roll for the video that you're watching right now, and I'm about to transfer it and start working on the edit. And right now the phone is at about 30% and it's 5:30 p.m, close to the end of the workday, but we'll stay for a little while longer to finish this video. Okay, time to talk battery life. So far this phone has been holding up quite well, and you'll see a screenshot with my battery usage throughout this day and you'll see how it holds up. So far I think it definitely holds up for an average day, and you shouldn't be too worried about that 3300 mAh battery. It's actually able to hold up pretty well considering its smaller size, and it should probably last you through a full day. But if you're after the very best battery life on a smartphone, that's obviously not your phone. This is not a 2-day battery phone. You have to charge it up every day. And by the way, it doesn't come with a charger in the box. You have to buy a charger separately, and it doesn't support the full 25-watt charging speed as the Galaxy S21 series. So it takes quite a bit longer to fully charge it up. It takes about an hour and 40 minutes, which is quite a long while considering modern standards. So that's been my day with the Galaxy Z Flip 3, the new foldable flippable smartphone by Samsung. I was actually quite a bit annoyed by some features, for example the lack of proper continuity on the cover screen, and also the fact that the phone overheats quite easily, but I really love that functionality where you can just place it anywhere and start vlogging or recording yourself. You get great quality selfies by using the main cameras, and it's just a fun experience. It's something different. You can just flip it open, shut it to end the phone call. I wish it did open a bit easier with one hand. You have to do this very deliberate, a very forceful and almost violent action to unfold it with one hand, and Samsung actually recommends using two hands to fold it and unfold it, which I find is not very convenient, especially as you're doing chores or errands. So that's the Galaxy Z Flip 3. My full review is coming soon with in-depth battery testing, more camera tests, so stay tuned for that. But do let me know, what do you think about the Z Flip 3? Are you willing to buy and try a foldable phone for the price of a regular flagship? Now, this one costs just $1,000, not more than a regular flagship, and of course there are great trade-in deals that you can find in the description to this video. Let me know what you think about this new form factor. Do you like it or not? Thanks for watching. My name is Vic, and I'll catch you in the next one.